What's up, team? My name's Ames, my pronouns are they, them, and we're gonna get into some PE class. It's gonna be interval training with low impact and a bunch of options to make sure you do what feels best for you, all right? Class is in session, let's go. All right, team, we're gonna get into class. If you have some knee sensitivities, grab yourself a blanket, maybe also a chair. I don't have one here, but we'll go over how to use it. And if you have some dumbbells, grab something that's a nice medium weight. And if you don't, hefty soup cans, olive oil bottles, what have you, get creative. So we'll start on the floor here in a tabletop position, warming through the spine, head to tail, what we might know as a cat-cow in yoga. It ends up being really good to get awareness through the whole body in one of the most important areas, which is the spine. So we'll start here. If you want to add breath to that, that's going to be inhale, up, exhale, down here. We'll do 2 more here. Lovely. Come back to neutral. You'll put your left foot outside left hand. If you have to use a hand to bring it up there, use whatever you got. We'll take a nice reach open just as far as feels good. Thread it underneath. And reach, inhale, exhale, rotate. Really getting into the thoracic spine here, opening up the shoulder. And throughout this class, if you have any movements that don't feel good for you, take a pause and readjust. We'll have a few options throughout. And our goal is to choose the one that's best for you in the moment, not the one that you chose the last set. We'll bring that foot back, put the right foot outside right hand, same thing here. Rotate all the way through, inhale, maybe take a little wrist twist. Exhale, and keep on moving through. This one is nice because you get a little hip action in addition, and I love things that are a nice 2-for-1. Efficiency is real nice. Let's bring that hand back down from here. Take a seat. Plop your feet out in front of you. Find about a 90-degree angle at the knees, whatever feels good for you. Place hands behind you if that's better for your spine. Take a little twist. If you want to add a little more rotation, we'll head this way. We're just juicing up the hip joints. So here, you may notice that you start crawling forward because your butt is going cheek to cheek down this line. That is fine. You can just scoot yourself back at any time. We'll rotate through here. Keep on breathing. Lovely. We'll do 1 more to each side, then slowly make your way up to standing for one last bit of moving before we get into the juice of our business. So we're gonna take plank head to tail. Tail goes back, knees stay relatively over the ankles. Nice big stretch in the hamstrings. Exhale, squeeze your butt, push down through the feet. This is a version of a good morning, which you may see people do with hands by ears. I think it's more helpful to warm up with when your hands are on your hips because that's what we're focusing on. Really opening that back side of the body, or the posterior chain as fancy folks might call it. This one's really nice after a long day of sitting. It's my favorite desk chair exercise. You can add a little weight to it if you want, but we use it here just to get things moving. Let's do one last one here. Lovely. Okay, let's get into our workout. We're gonna do 3 different sets of exercises. It'll be in 3 different sections. The first one's gonna be core. We'll go over those 2 exercises. Then we will do a lower body section. Then we'll do an upper body section. Each of these things is gonna be 45 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest for 3 rounds. So I'll repeat that all throughout. You don't have to keep track of any math. This isn't math class, this is PE class, right? So first thing that we're gonna do is our core section. We're gonna come down to the ground, and this is where you may want a blanket if you're someone who has some touchy knees. I'll show you here first. Knees are funky, and we'll get into some stuff that we can look at with them. So first, we're gonna start here with a bird dog. I'll go over each exercise before we get into the intervals, and then we'll start the thing. So play with it, get curious while we're going over form. Here we're gonna find a tabletop plank. So that means that I'm going to think bottom ribs towards top hip bones, like you're making a plank that you would be maybe doing here, only we're keeping just as much intensity in this position. From here, I'm gonna draw a line out with my toe and opposite fingertips and bring it back. We're trying to keep hips and shoulders stable as much as possible. You can get intensity here even while dragging the foot and the hand. If you want a little more spice, take your heel to the wall behind you, fingers in front of you, and same principle, we're trying to keep nice and steady here. This is for the core stabilizers. It's a really nice way to start your workout. The second exercise that we will be doing is our good old world famous dead bug. Dead bug is like, if I could pick a #1 exercise that everyone should have learned back in PE class, it is this exercise. So our dead bug starts with one key piece. I call it a back stamp. You are going to imagine that your back has been stamped in a pad of ink. You're pressing it down. It's all gonna be the same shade because it's so connected the whole time. We're not gonna have a little spot in the middle. It's not gonna be lighter in the middle. Solid back stamp. From here, with all that engagement, knees come over hips, hands come over shoulders. Then from here, our goal is not to extend the arm and leg as far as you can. It's to maintain the back stamp. So I'm gonna send my left leg out, right leg out. Exhale, bring it back where it started. So this is the movement. If you want to try to go farther, follow your bliss, but I'd rather have you stay here, even just opposite arm, opposite leg, kicking up a little bit, than having this happen, because that's where we get all kinds of trouble. So that's our dead bug, that's our bird dog. We'll start bird dog, then we'll do some dead bug. We've got all kinds of animals in this first set. And we will get started in 3, 2, and 1. So remember, we're here for 45 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest in between. You can choose whatever tempo you want. You can pause when you want. There is no one here drilling you, telling you that if you can't make it through the whole 45 seconds, you have failed. The only thing that will cause you to fail is if you push yourself to a point where you get injured. We want to be sustainable and serve our bodies in the way that's gonna last for our whole lives, not do something ridiculous that somebody on the internet, I won't name apps, but someone out there might have shown you. So we'll keep it moving here. 3, 2, 1. Lovely. We'll switch. You've got your pause here. We'll flip over, find that back stamp. Remember, we have 15 seconds of rest, so we're still got a nice moment here. We will go in 3, 2, 1. Find that back stamp and explore here. Start smaller and then go from there. We want to see what feels doable and sustainable here. So out, and then exhale to bring your arm and leg up. And the reason for that is that the core muscles are contracting in a way that works really well with the exhale, because breathing uses our abdominal muscles, uses all kinds of muscles in the whole torso itself. So keep that breath going. I am feeling this in my personal back stamp. And core, we've got just a few seconds. 3, 2, 1. Take a pause. We will flip back to our good old dead bug. Bird dog. It's so easy to get these animals confused. They're all out here. It's a zoo. So we will go again, bird dog, in 3, 2, and 1. So remember, we're here for 3 sets. So each one is its own moment. If you want to try a different version on a different set, totally do it. If you change your mind halfway through, absolutely go for it. In fact, I'm gonna try this one right here because it offers a different challenge. If you want to challenge how much your core is actually doing the work, focus on where your shoulders and hips are in the process. Because if we're out here, like that's cute, we like it, but it's not gonna give you that solid support around the spine that we're looking for. Okay, we've got 3, 2, 1. Flip into your next animal. We will get into that back stamp, settle on in, Remember what you were thinking about last time, see if it still applies. We'll go 3, 2, and 1. Extend. And if you want a little bonus challenge, try to focus on keeping your knees directly above the hips the whole time. Because when we come here, we're getting a little bit of an extra support there, which is not bad. But if that's something you want to explore, try it. It is currently giving me quite an experience. Maybe you would like that experience too. And we'll keep going here with that breath. Inhale, exhale. Keeping that back stamp nice and solid. 3, 2, 1. Take a pause, roll on over. We are seriously in some core business at this point. Okay, last visit to each one. We'll go here in 3, 2, find that tabletop plank, and last bird dog here. Reaching out in extension from a nice supported center. And we'll use ideas from these 2 exercises in the exercises we have moving forward, because our core is the foundation for everything. And you can notice that when you're standing up, if you feel things come into your back, it's likely that there's a little bit more that the core could be doing to support that. If you're sitting down and it's hurting, core can help you. That's the main reason why we do any of this stuff in the first place. I'm not here in these sweatbands just because it's fashionable. It's fun, but there's bigger things to deal with here. 3, 2, 1, take a flip. Last time here in this dead bug. Woo, we're here. We've got last dead bug in 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, extend. Exhale as you come up. It's like we're pressing all the air out. And while we're here, we can even think that your exhale is pushing the arm and the leg away from the floor, if that's an interesting idea. There's all kinds of cues that we can use. What matters is the one that resonates with you. Almost there. I know I'm looking at this timer like, okay, how's this gonna end? We've got 3, 2, 1. Take a pause, take a rest. Really nice work. Grab your water, and while you do that, I'm gonna show you where we're heading next. So our second section is our lower body section. We just learned all of this awesome core support stuff, and we're gonna take it with us. So stand on up when you're ready if you wanna start exploring. We'll get started in about a minute. And our first exercise is going to be our dreaded squat. So many reasons why squats can be tricky, and the main one is alignment. All we're doing in any exercise is moving our skeleton through space with our muscles. If we want to effectively do that, that means that we need to focus on how the joints are lining up. So instead of thinking about having the deepest squat, we're gonna think about the most supported squat. So it starts with your feet. We're gonna think tripod feet. So heel, big toe, pinky edge. So there's 3 points that are all pressing down. A lot of us learned that there's just the weight in the heels and the knees can't go past the toes. PE fact number 1, knees can go past the toes. So let's spread the floor apart with the feet. You'll take a little sit down, push the floor away just as far as you can while keeping heels on the ground. If your knees start to bug you, check, are you keeping that engagement going this way the whole time, even when you're switching directions? That can often help. So that's exercise number 1. If that doesn't feel good for you, if you don't find a nice place there, stick a chair behind you, maybe a couch. We're gonna focus on sending the hips down towards that surface, and maybe you actually take a seat and then push yourself up and stand up. If you just want to focus on the taking a seat portion, slow as steady as possible, that's a really effective exercise too. So please grab a chair if you need it. Second exercise we're gonna do is essentially the same thing, only on one side of the body. We're just gonna ditch this side, it's there for support. So we have a reverse lunge, or
a single leg box squat. So the chair version, box squat. Starting with the reverse lunge, we have the same idea of the knees. So we have ankle, knee, hip joint all in alignment. I'll show you from the front and the side. So if I'm taking this reverse lunge, I'm thinking, okay, tripod foot in the front, draw a straight line back, bend both knees. Then I'm gonna exhale, press through that front tripod foot, and squeeze my legs together. Those are the steps. From the side, it's gonna look like this, whatever depth works for you. And we're back. We come down, exhale, we come back up. If you're doing that single leg box squat, use one foot at the kickstand. We come down, focus on ankle, knee, hip. Take a seat all the way if you want, or take a little tap to whatever surface is there. Maybe stack some pillows. All are great in building this movement. Okay, that's a lot of words. Let's get into a lot of moving. We're gonna start with that squat. So, if you want extra space, grab yourself a weight. If you don't need one. Most important thing is we'll find that tripod feet and we'll go in 3, 2, and 1. Spread the floor apart with the feet. If you want the weight, hold it like this. If you don't want the weight, exhale as you push the floor away. So again, this is that same principle we were talking about with the exhale and the dead bug. The core muscles are attached to the hip muscles. All of these things connect, one big unit. So we want to use that exhale when it's most effective for the movement. Using that exhale, making sure knees are sending out to the sides. Almost there. We've got 3, 2, 1. Woo! Put that weight down if you were using one. We've got 15 seconds. We're gonna head into either a reverse lunge or that single leg box squat, whichever works. We will go in 3, 2, and 1. We have from the front, ankle, knee, hip. We step back, bend, exhale. We'll do one leg per set. So we're gonna stay here a while, so pause when you need to. Nice and slow. Maybe take a little hip wiggle. Find that alignment. Show you again from the side here. Nice work, team. This is when it gets harder because we're using bigger muscles. Takes more work to move a part of the body that has more mass, simply, plain and simple. So anytime you're doing squats, you're working a lot harder. We've got 3, 2, 1. Take a pause. Shake out that one. And then we'll go to the other side. Same thing. So set yourself up. If you've got that kickstand for a foot, line things up. Your legs are siblings, not twins. Do not give them that expectation. We will go into second side. Push the floor away. Find that tripod foot. And again from the side. Same idea. But notice how this side might be different. We're not symmetrical. Even just in our organs, we're not symmetrical. The heart's on one side, gallbladder's doing something else. So our muscles are going to be supporting our bodies in ways that are also not symmetrical. So if you got a weak side, maybe you just treat it as that one side that does that other thing. We'll rest in 3, 2, 1. Whew. You'll notice the bigger muscles and the tired. Yeah. So we're gonna start with the squat again. We will go in 3, 2, find your tripod feet, and 1. Slow and steady. Check on your heels. Are they still connected? Is there any way that you can spread your toes apart on the floor a little wider to provide some more stability? Because a lot of times we get told, oh, you should squat knees behind your toes. That's not true anymore. They've done research that has proven otherwise, that we actually need that mobility, because if you walk upstairs, your knees are going past your foot. So we need to be able to train it in a safe environment. So it's a good way to practice. Slow and steady. Find that breath. 3, 2, 1. Take a pause. maybe change your mind about which leg you're doing for the reverse lunges and single leg box squats. Up to you. We will go in 3, 2, and 1. Start on that tripod foot. Bring that opposite leg back together and use the exhale. So fun fact about the whole spreading the feet apart thing, or the toes apart thing, is when we do add in the support of that big toe ball edge, pinky side of the foot, we use this muscle in the front of the shin called the anterior tibialis. And when we don't, we lose out on all the benefits that it can give us, which can help with a lot of knee pain. So we wanna check on them, see how they're doing. 3, 2, 1. Whew. We rest, we go to the other side. You know the drill by now. We will shake it out. Maybe grab your water. We're going again. 3, 2, and 1. Find that alignment first. Send a leg back, or send hips back, hip backs. Still the same thing. We're gonna send the knee in alignment with the ankle, no matter what. Really nice work. This is where it starts to get a little deeper, and we need to be a little more honest with ourselves. Do I need to try this last rep? Or is there some old voice in my head that says I have to, or fill in the blank? Because we don't need to. You can chill. You can pause this video, actually. That is totally allowed. 3, 2, 1. Take a pause one more time with these two. And then we'll do some stuff that's on the floor for our upper body. But you're doing great. Find whatever squat version works for you. I'm gonna demo this box squat version. 3, 2, 1. If there is a chair behind me, giving it a little touch and pushing the floor away. Maybe coming down, gravity takes the wheel. We just find our way up. That's how you progress to one without it, if that's a goal of yours. Really nice work. Breath is still on your side. Send those knees out. Make sure you're not losing that tension of the floor being pulled apart with the feet. That's what will help this from happening. Slow and steady. 3, 2, 1. Nice work. Last one there. We're just gonna lunge, and then we'll move on. Your legs can take a long breather. Okay, we'll go same thing. I'm gonna demo that box squat. We'll go 3, 2, 1. So again, same thing. You have a little tap, maybe leg is a kickstand. From the front, that's a little tap of the butt to the chair. If you want to explore what it's like to, and just sit down, go for it. That's an option. That's called a negative. So when you focus on just the part of the motion where usually it means you're going down, it's a very good way to strengthen the whole movement. And we'll play with negatives in our upper body section as well, but we won't get ahead of ourselves. We're just here, breathing and aligning. Almost there. 3, 2, 1. Yeah. One last time. That's it. Okay. Find whichever version is best. Lock in that alignment. You know what you have to do here. We'll go 3, 2, 1. Ankle, knee, hip. Push it away. Again, siblings, not twins. This one for me, not as happy about this whole adventure. And that means that I need to take care of it in a different way. So I'm gonna move it in a way that allows it to feel less like it needs to talk to me during it. If you may know what I mean by that. So knees get really chatty. We can just let it have what it needs instead. Almost there. Deep breath. And we'll let our lower body rest. You can grab water. 3, 2, 1. Whoo! Okay. Pause. Get your water. get your snacks, breathe, shimmy, whatever you need. So when we get into our next section, we're gonna be on the floor. So I'm gonna show you where we're headed. We have, oh, see, knee pops, they like to talk. We've got push-ups, which are a nightmare to talk about, we'll get there, and some renegade rows. So if you have some dumbbells, now's the time to grab them. If you have soup cans, go for it. And if you don't have anything, you can still get a lot simply by moving your body weight. So we'll have these on standby. First, we're gonna talk about push-ups. Abandon everything anyone has ever told you. I repeat, abandon anything anyone has ever told you about a push-up. It's just moving a plank through space. And guess what? You already have done so many planks in this class while doing movement. So what we're going to do here, whether you're using a chair, a wall, or the floor, I don't have those things, so I'm just gonna use the floor, but that doesn't mean it's a hierarchy. We're gonna send ourselves to the floor here, find hands, about a hand width away from the body. Again, this would be the same if you were on the wall. Engage, bottom rib towards top hip bone. Squeeze your glutes, tuck your tail under, and then we're going to move a plank through space. We'll go over a few minor adjustments when we get there, but figure out which one feels nice for today. Second thing we're gonna do, tabletop plank we know and love. We're trying to keep both hips and shoulders stable. We'll exhale, come in here, alternate. So I'm thinking shoulder blade towards the spine, elbowing the ceiling, like I'm trying to put my weight in my pocket. Pretty much more straightforward, yeah? Choose your push-up position, and we are gonna get started in about 10 seconds here. So once you find that position, we're gonna make sure that the head is not sinking down the whole time. We wanna know that we're thinking long spine, head to tail. That's all the way up the neck. Okay, we will go 3, 2, and 1. Find the version that works for you. Elbows go back at a 45. Exhale, push the floor away. We are in this interval now. If none of these are feeling right, we're focusing on the negative. Lower, 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 lower. Gravity takes the wheel. Oof. Not the most dignifying, but it does help build this movement. So we're gonna come down, exhale. Nice work. Keep on squeezing the core here. Whatever version works for you is still a push-up. You heard it here. Tell anyone who says otherwise that I will fight them. 3, 2, 1, pause. We're gonna shift into that renegade row. Okay, so set these up right below the hands in this tabletop plank. We'll go 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna squeeze the core, put that weight in my pocket, shoulders away from the ears, alternating arms. Gonna turn to the front so you can see this way. Now, remember, exhale on the effort here. You'll notice yet again that the exhale is when something's moving away from the floor. So here, it's the weight. The resistance is moving away from the floor, or the load, I should say. Really nice work. We're gonna alternate. Show you from the side again, because that elbow action is key. Nice work. Keep hips and shoulders stable. Try to keep those weights quiet. 3, 2, 1. Take a pause. Set those aside. Find your way to your push-up, wherever that may be. And we'll set up that plank again. Get ready to go. We have 2 more sets of this, and then we cool down. It's so nice. It's a great cool down. We'll get started here and begin. There we go. Lower down, elbows out at a 45. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Maybe try a different version this time. Totally up to you. And check if that head is sinking down. Maybe think that you're tucking your chin a little bit. Sometimes that can be helpful. And play with which angle you're at. Try a chair, try a couch, try toes if you're feeling frisky. I'm not feeling frisky. I'm not gonna do it. We will get on into our next movement in 3, 2, 1. Whew. Okay, if you want to rest a child's pose or a down dog, it's a really nice place during those, just FYI. fully endorse those. So we will get into Renegade Row. 3, 2, 1. Find that plank first. We stabilize before we move. Same principle as that back stamp. The core is the thing that matters. We're focused on what stays the same in this movement. So while this is an awesome back exercise in the rows that we're doing, the stability is ultimately the most important. I would much have you have no weight in hand and have a really solid hips and shoulders. This is a great exercise too. And if you're using soup cans or what have you, and they're just not working for you, try this. It will give you a lot to work with. 3, 2, 1, pause. One more of each one. We made it. So we're gonna go into our last round of work. Let's go, team. 3, 2, 1. Find that plank, find that neck. We'll lower that plank through space. Use that exhale. You have done so much awesome work. And every choice that you have made to listen to what you needed to do instead of what you're being told to do is the strength that you are building. That's what's important. Almost there. Holy moly. We're doing it. We have about 5 more seconds. And 3, 2, 1. Woo! No more push-ups for the rest of the day. Not at all. No. And you did it. Okay, grab whatever you're using for your Renegade Row. Let's get in here. 3, 2, 1. Last bit of challenge here. Find that breath. Play with all those tools that we've been learning so far. Nice work. We're just here stabilizing. Again, using our muscles to move the skeleton through space in a way that's good long term. Because we live in these things, whether we like it or not, and sometimes moving in ways that are helpful can make it feel a little easier. 3, 2, 1. Wow, team, you're done with the hardest part. You're so impressive. Let's come to a seat, sit on your butt. Remember that weird stance that we came up with at the beginning here? We're gonna do that again. This time, flip it to one side, stay. Now look at that foot that's in front of you. Take your chest towards it and take a nice fold here wherever it takes you. This is a nice one if for whatever reason you can't twist very much during like a pigeon in yoga or one of these things that people have you do. This is a lot more available. So take that release, let your head hang. And we're gonna walk the hands back slowly behind you. Keep your legs where they are. And if it's available, elbows. If you wanna get wild, you can lay all the way down. We're shooting for a stretch down the front side of this leg. So draw that knee towards the ground. Whether it makes contact is not important. And if you're not feeling that with some spice there, we bring the foot a little closer to the heel. The heel a little closer to the hip. Who knows? Foot, heel, hip. We've all done a lot today, so we know what we mean at this point. We're in sync. So if you want to go a little further, go for it. Few more deep breaths. Walk the hands back up. Same thing, other side. So face this foot. Reach the chest forward. Release and fold. Deep breaths into the low back. Last deep breath here. Walk the hands back, same thing. And it might be a little different on this side when you come back. Play with it. Send that knee towards the floor. Play with the heel and breathe here. Whew. These legs have done a lot today. So we're gonna let them take their time to recover. Drink a lot of water. Stretching at the end of a workout is the best time to do these long static holds versus the beginning. It's a nice reminder for the body that we're done. We're gonna recover now. Walk the hands up. We're gonna come back to our good old friendly tabletop position. Reach your right arm up. Thread it underneath the left. If you wanna use a pillow or a blanket like before, you can put that under the head. Reach on through and send the hips to the right if you want more twist. Take 3 deep breaths here. Last one here. And put the left hand under the shoulder, press on up, switch to the other side. Left under right. And if you want to reach that right arm forward, go for it. Not a requirement. And send the hips a little more to the left for more twist. 2 more deep breaths here. Push yourself on up. Find a seat. We're gonna do one last bit of movement here to cool on down. Palms face forward, flex your wrists so your hands are out to the sides. Reach open, inhale. Exhale, fold around. Pull your shoulder blades apart. We're gonna do that 3 more times. Inhale. Exhale, round. Inhale. Last one here. Roll on up on that spine. Nice work, team. You did the thing. We've done the thing. Now get on with the rest of your day and have a bunch of water. You're awesome. Thanks for joining.